My name is Fisa Hassan here on Time Based TV. Welcome to yet an exciting program of Train to Gain, where we bring to you exclusive interviews of entrepreneurs with different varieties of businesses. With me today is Mr. Sadiq Danpullo. He's an entrepreneur, an activist, and also a sportsman. Welcome, Mr. Sadiq.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us a brief history about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm from Kano, born in Kano, and I did my early education in Kano up to secondary school level. My parents are both from Kano, and when I finished my secondary school, or prior to finishing my secondary school, I was opportune to go to England,
Wow.
where I finished my secondary school and I did my college along the line at a town called Abingdon College in Oxfordshire, England. From there, I went to Oxford Brookes University. Upon completion of my study in England, I realized I need to come back home to make Nigerian friends because I've been away for quite some time, right from the age of 16. So I came back and enrolled for a second degree at Barry University. After then, I went for NYS. I somehow influenced my person to Port Harcourt because I've always wanted to be in the oil sector, knowing that we don't have oil in the northern part of Nigeria. I went there the year 2000, and it wasn't easy. I didn't know a single person in Port Harcourt. I started. After my days in camp, right in the camp, because we were activists, we were over 7,000 couples in camp. That year, Lagos had about 10,000. Abuja had about 9,000, Port Harcourt about 8,000 couples, because many cities were emerging. So they have no option but to deploy some activists that know the student unionism to control those campuses in all the three places, Abuja, Lagos, and Kano. And at the end of the day, as a couple, I was opportune to go and meet the then Speaker of Rivers State, who is the present Minister. What's his name? Amechi. He was the Speaker of the House and was not even a governor. So that was how I started. And before I finished my service, I had an opportunity to work in some of the oil facility or oil company because we were asked where do we want to serve. I was sponsored to Shell, but I realized Shell does not retain anybody that serves with them. So I'm making my way to Intels. Intels, that's where I worked for many years. I have my experience. And it's a London organization. It has a London culture. We were trained in so many different things while in Intels. And my sojourn in Intels also gave me an advantage to move to AGI, and that's an oil servicing company, because I work with Delta Environmental Logistics under Intels, and they send me as a dedicated staff to AGI. Then finally, AGI is still interested in me, and they steal me from Intels, and I start working in a proper oil company.
So, did you just jump into the oil and gas business, or were there some procedures you followed before starting up such business?
Okay. I was opportune that I went to Port Harcourt for service. So when they posted us out, they posted us to an oil servicing company, which is Intels. We did our service. Before we finished our service, Intel series into retainers, because they are opening a new subsidiary that to do with drilling waste management or waste management of the oil sector. So I'm science oriented, and I was opportune to be there. I was there when I now also got transferred to AGIP to work, and AGIP now later had judged me and I become AGIP staff. I'm working in different oil, offshore, onshore, and the creeks as well.
So what has been your greatest challenges when you started this business? What was the greatest challenge you faced that made you feel, I can't do this? What pushed you?
Okay, there are two things. There's a challenge I faced when I was working, when I was building my experience where I worked. And then there are challenges that after I established my own business, then now I have a servicing company called Satcon Integrated Services. It's my own servicing company. We bring all the experience we had into one place, and other colleagues that are into any other aspect to be given the services that expatriates are doing. And because we want to patronize the local content policy. When I was working, I found myself from the north inside in the west. Most of our people, when they go there, they hardly stay. They want to finish their service and come back. Some will even influence their service if they are posted to Port Harcourt to be transferred or redeployed. No, I worked my way there. I wanted to go there and I did not go to come back.
You were determined.
I was determined. And it was the time of this Sharia, and everybody is so afraid that I'm going there, that there are politicians have been introduced Sharia, that they want to Islamize Nigeria. Why am I going there? So my father, Alhaji Hamza Ahmed Danpullo, is educated and very understanding. That is not distracting me. All he told me, he loves me so much and he will not restrict my progress. They allow me to go, but I should be responsible and I should be focused. And I should know that I'm not a graduate, and it's always good. It was a decision he took, not because he likes it, but because he wants my growth. And I was determined with that. I went there as a northerner. With the background I had, I faced so many challenges from my colleagues, the Igbos. They relegated me from assistant operator on LTDU, low temperature thermal desorption units, and high temperature hazardous incinerator. I was relegated and reduced to virtually a cleaner because they wanted to frustrate me and fall out of the system. And it was very challenging because I went there for a purpose and there are no northerners there, were not represented. I took the pain instead of letting it go. I decided to stay. But I was a cleaner with my polio. I was the head of all the people cleaning the facility, big facility like that. From assistant operator on LTD, as a graduate from Europe. As time may have it, I saw the opportunity. Pengessen came in. I became the branch secretary of Pengessen to give myself a cover and a backup. Yeah, so when I enter branch secretary, small time, there is a zonal election. I contested for assistant zonal secretary of Pengessen. So I took portfolio at the branch and at the state level and at the zonal level. We control the oil and gas industry in West Africa, which is Port Zone. Yeah. I did activism, that was how my activism started. And I used that to get protection because the company cannot sack me. I was sacked many different times at Dimigo using Pengessen protection. The other one, I found my way to still come back when the whole workers say no Sadiq, no work. They protested for me because of how much I influenced and impacted their welfare without even a union. So that was our motivation to bring Pengessen, and then we have cover. Igbos frustrated me also because they don't want me there. So these are some of the challenges I faced. I started from the scratch. The pay was not much because they want to see who will stay or who wants to go. Yes. They showed them that we are determined to do the work and to learn it. I started from the scratch. That time, I took Abubakar's son when his father was the vice president at the Matiku. We started working in the same place together. You understand? So it's a learning organization. It has a learning culture. We start from the scratch. And it's upstream and downstream are two different things. There you have to have the experience and the know-how. It's not like downstream where you have some money. You just go and buy a trailer full of crude oil or put of kerosene or diesel, come and sell. There you have to learn the job on the field and put some years. And then safety trainings, home and abroad, they took us because it's a learning organization. It has welfare and packages to train their workers. So these are some of the things that I managed to do. Because they could not sack me, they finally gave me an opportunity to dash me as a value-added service to one of our major clients, which is Ajib. I was given a brand new car from the cleaner. Wow. A person operator high position down to cleaner. When they see that I couldn't go with Pengessen and I was still orienting the workers, now I have full time to attend, they realized they made a mistake. To attend to the workers' activities and then the welfare. And they dashed me to Ajib. At Ajib, I was exposed to drilling operation from pounding to lifting. and I don't have much job to do. So all the different services that are coming, I have full time to go there and learn from them one by one. And through the extent I realize the ones I'm interested in, and I follow institution to have certification for them. That's what I face in my career. But in my business, it's also another different ball game. I don't know if you want me to tell you about that.
So viewers, we've heard from the mouth of Mr. Sadiq Danpullo. We've heard of his challenges, what he faced. The reason why he's here today is because he was determined and also focused, like, I'm going to this particular place for a particular purpose. So back to you, Mr. Sadiq. What has been your achievement?
Okay. So far, from my sojourn in Port Harcourt, I put virtually almost 19 to 20 years in Port Harcourt. There was a time I couldn't have time to come back because of the demand of the work. I hardly come back maybe in 2 years to the north. Yeah. So my achievements, one, when I was working, I raised from assistant up to the secretary of the branch of Pengerson Association of Pengerson. That is it's an association of senior staff oil workers. You understand? So from assistant secretary, from branch secretary to assistant secretary of the zone, and then to national secretary. It's a big achievement for somebody from the north. I wanted to establish my own company with the experience I learned in the job to form an oil servicing company to take advantage of the local quantity. Two, I have exposure. I had contacts, and I know the job on the field in my head.
We have a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs watching us right now. So can you give them a word of advice to help them through their dream of becoming entrepreneurs?
Thank you. And what I will have to tell them is, once you point an arrow at a star, you build a ship to take you there. The ship will not just come and then you start cruising inside the water. You have to see reason and how to construct that to take you there. And our constant visualization of attaining our goal is a positive force that creates conditions favorable for that thing to be realized. So once you constantly keep on visualizing about what you want, so that in itself will create able conditions favorable for you. You just see it happening.
Okay, thank you, sir. This will bring us to the end of today's edition. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So this has bring us to the end of today's program, where we had a chit chat with Mr. Sadiq Danpullo. See you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share, and also to forget to drop a comment on Time-Based TV. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.